To tackle this complex problem, I've turned to two experts in this field. Stephen Yale-Loehr is an adjunct professor of law at the Cornell University Law School, and Jimmy Hernandez is communications director for the Voto Latino. That is a nonpartisan group committed to issues facing Latin American voters. The conversation started with Stephen weighing in on the importance of letting H-1B spouses get jobs.
More and more couples both want to work whatever their country they're going to. And in the competition for the best and the brightest around the world, we need to make sure that they can do that easily. We don't even need legislation for the spouses of H-1B temporary workers. The administration has proposed to do this administratively, and they're doing it through the normal rule and comment process. So it's something that can and probably will be done by the end of this year. But it's only one small piece of overall immigration reform that we need.
A lot of people are accusing this immigration reform bill as really a job killer. I know you disagree with that, but what can you tell people who are critics of it and say that, hey, look, you let these people into the country, they're going to take your job? That's a very personal situation.
It is a personal situation, but it doesn't underlie the facts. The National Science Foundation found in 1997 that immigration at a national level boosts our economy. The NFAP, National Foundation for American Progress, did a study on H-1B workers and said that on average for every foreign H-1B worker, 5 U.S. jobs are created. So we have to consider the overall effect, and we have to do a better job in our own education system. If we did a better job educating our children, particularly in the STEM field, science, technology, engineering, and math, they would be able to do a better job of competing throughout the world. It's not just a U.S. system anymore. It's a global economy, and we need to be prepared for it.
Jimmy, I mean, you speak to a lot of your constituents in the Latino community, which is a huge part of the U.S. population. There are so many people, I won't name names, but they are against immigration reform. How do you convince them that this could be a good thing?
Well, you know, to the professor's point, there's several reasons, right? There's an economic factor. It's good for our nation. You can create jobs by passing immigration reform. And at the same time, you know what? It's a humane thing to do. It's the humane thing to do. There's currently 11 million undocumented immigrants here in the U.S. who are contributing to our nation. There's, for example, those who we call dreamers, the young folks, right, who have aspirations to go to college, to earn a degree, to get a career, to start a business perhaps. But a lot of times they can't do that because we lack immigration reform. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why we need it.
Every administration at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue has brought up the idea or the concept of immigration reform, and we have yet to see a comprehensive package being passed by the House. There is currently something being proposed now, and it seems friendly to both parties, the Democrats and Republicans. Where's the sticking point on this, Professor?
Sticking point is the comprehensive nature that we need for immigration reform. Our system is broken. We haven't had comprehensive immigration reform since 1990. The world has changed, but our immigration system has not changed. And the Senate passed a bill a year ago, had 3 legs to it. It would take care of the 11 million undocumented. It would allow future flows to come in at a more reasonable level, and it would impose more severe employer sanctions if you hire undocumented workers. The House has its own internal problems with the Republican Party as to whether they support or oppose immigration.
You're referring to the Tea Party.
The Tea Party element of the Republican Party, and that's what's been holding things up. The logjam's going to break at some point. The question is it going to be this year or some future year?
You know, Phil, if I can add to that, the beauty is that, you know, immigration reform, it is a hot topic, right? It's a tough issue to handle, but we've seen that the Senate, at least the Senate, was able to do the right thing. They were able to have a legislative process to reform the entire system. You know, it went through committee, several issues, several topics were discussed, there was give and take, there was negotiations, and the senators were able to reach to a bipartisan agreement.